I wanted to come on, and I've been doing the daily 5:55 UK time sunrise heart chakra guided meditation, and it's been amazing. It's been powerful, very powerful. Today was very powerful as well, very deep. Hopefully you have had a chance to see the recording from this morning, and there were moments that I think we went very, very deep. But then through the day I started to get these messages about 1 second. I won't be long. So I started getting this message that a lot has come through. A lot has come through in the 7 days. A lot. And I have gone through a few moments of awareness myself every single day after the meditation. It's been quite profound. And I would love to hear from you. I would love to hear in the comments what aha moments have you experienced on the same day you did the meditation? What moments of clarity that has come through, things that you probably have been thinking about for a while, and eventually just something clicks and you get this information. And thank you. And I would like to take this moment to say, with every healing, we need to have a moment of integration. We need to have a period where we put everything to practice and integrate it in the best way that we can. If we keep moving through and fast, it comes up in a way that we can miss these integrations and the changes that we can create for ourselves, the changes that we are seeking, the changes that we are looking to understand. So I'll answer those questions in a minute. Just the line of thought is coming through while we answer those questions. So I decided to take some cards literally seconds before I came live. And it really resonated and really validated what the message I was getting through the day. That whoever's been on this journey with me, this, morning meditations, whether you are going through the recording afterwards, you might need to do 1 or 2 days and have a period of integration. You might be able to go through the 7 days and have a period of integration. So we went through this 7 days. We finished 7 days today. And I was looking forward for tomorrow. But then this message came through. And I feel like I need to take a little bit of break, integrate all the information that has come through, and come back again. Come back that integrated person, new version of myself, which I don't know what version it's going to be, but I'm willing to really look into it and have experiences in the next few days. And I don't think it'll be long. However, my monthly schedule for the Patreon will be available later. And there is a heart chakra meditation live that I'll be doing at some point in May. So feel free to join in. And then, I would like to return to these meditations. I would like to return with the integrated energies. Whatever I received, I will figure it out eventually. I will find out, it will come to me. But I don't want to be seeking too fast to get to the next meditation if I need time for integration. And I advise everyone to have that time for integration. So the cards that came out were seeing the true you. And there again, you know, absolutely after a period of awareness, expanded awareness, so much comes through, so much clarity, so many things that makes you change your perception of things. And where is that time for moving and shifting through these new perspectives and integrating into your life, integrating yourself, integrating yourself through your relationships? Yeah, so perhaps we need time. And the same way she's like resting, thinking, very pensitive, you know, looking perhaps at a reflection of herself in a pond. Lily pads are, you know, a spiritual sign of embracing spirituality, embracing expansion. And then the spirit of bear came up. And again, a bear represents hibernation, isn't it? That moment of going within and resting. And perhaps if we have been in this journey, yeah, we could easily take that time to come back again and come back again. And I wouldn't say necessarily recharge, because we haven't lost energy, we haven't been drained, but perhaps to allow ourselves to integrate what we receive, that we don't know sometimes what exactly we'll receive, and we'll figure it out through the integration. I like the numbers, and I'll go through the numbers in a minute. And then the ascension, rainbow bridge, right? Every time this card came up for me, it has been literally a moment in my life where I needed to bridge something within myself. Right now, what has come through in this 7 days meditation is for me to bridge my mental and my physical. There's a massive gap between what my mind think and what my body feels. And I want to close that gap and have more coherence between the mind and the physical body. I'm coming from a sporting background, from you know, in the past, from abusing my body through sports, not listening to my mind and my emotions to say, Robbie, you had enough, you've done enough. I'm pushing to beyond my limit. I'm pushing beyond my limit. I created this gap of communication so far away from my mind to my body. And I think these 7 days has helped me understand that there is a gap and I need to close that gap. So that's the bridge. And I love this one. It says, keeping in check. Pay attention to what is going on around you. You might be moving into something too quickly or missing some important details. And this is what I wanted to say, is that when we are, let me just close the doors. When we're healing, healing should come through naturally. We will be seeking healing many times in our lives as well. We will be seeking and perhaps maybe trying to rush. If you are in your awakening phase, there is this urgency that you need to release stuff, that you need to work through stuff. And I remember having that urgency, and I couldn't understand what the urgency was. Why was so urgent to heal? And I was urgent because I wanted to get to my heart, right? I wanted to feel my heart. And when I started to feel my heart, it was actually overwhelming. It was scary a little bit. It was lots of emotions, a lot of sensations, and it was almost like make me shake. And then I had to get used to that. But all the way through these periods of integration, we know we go through waves of healing, waves of hibernation, waves of healing. If we just keep healing, it becomes too functional, it's becoming too practical, and then we miss the profoundness and the depth of understanding within ourselves. And this is where we perhaps need to take a step back, right? And when I decided to come back and do the daily, I did the 7 days, then I took a break, and then I came back and did the daily, not in my mind, I didn't have how many days I was going to do it. And I was surprised when I was typing, I went to day 7. I thought, wow, doesn't feel like it was that many days. But then at the same time, this afternoon after the meditation started to hit this point where there's a lot here to work with, and I need to slow down. And you all perhaps can feel that, or will feel that at one point in your lives, where the healing can be amazing, but you need to take that time to integrate it. And what does integration looks like? Journaling, talking to a friend, expressing how you feel through writing, drawing, any type of expression that you are used to using for expressing yourself. I like to do audio recordings of me just talking like I do here, but talking, and I pretend in my head I'm talking to a friend and explaining what I just went through. And this is how it helps me. And as I'm speaking, I realize that I'm realizing new things that I haven't even thought before, and then it just all clicks in. By the end of that audio, I actually have solutions. I actually have puzzles put together that really resonates to this new version of me that I'm entering. And then the integration continues about you actually using those perspectives that you have realized about yourself and using in your day-to-day choices, in your day-to-day actions, in your day-to-day expressions. For example, there was a period where I was working on my tone. My tone was very firm, a little bit harsh, and there was suppressive anger in it. And besides working on my tone, when I realized this tone, I was like, oh, I really would like to speak a bit softer, not having to have this like really firm tone. But then through working through my tone, that's when I realized I had suppressed anger issues. And then that was the journey, right? And once I released the suppressed anger issues, the tone started to change all naturally, all by itself. So it wasn't robotic trying to change my tone. It was just a natural progression from the anger suppression that was within my body. So the anger needed to be felt, released, because that vibration, it's a very low vibration. And if you think that as you speak, if you have suppressed anger, that vibration is going to influence the vibration of your voice, the frequency of your voice. Even through singing, I'm not a singer, but I like to sing in the car, in the shower. I notice my tone has changed. And that, that represents all these low density energies that are within our body that has been released through your healing. And you'll be learning to do all this self-healing, absolutely. You're already feeling guided. If you're here today, you're already feeling guided. And this is what we do on the Patreon. We activate each other to understand how we do our own self-healing, because the way I do my self-healing is different than somebody else's. And I'm not here to teach how I do it. I'm here to activate you in learning how you do it yourself. So the cards validate, right, this moment of integration, hibernation, in inner understanding, and being able to come back with the flow. When I still have the flow, I still have momentum, but being able to come back with these energies integrated to be able to pass on through the meditation as well. So someone, Rev King, have asked, have you ever seen an alien? No, I haven't. I have not. I know people that has, and I truly believe them. I believe that aliens exist, but I don't like to call them aliens. I like to call them beings of light. There's so much, history about how we perceive aliens, and it's really up to you how you perceive aliens and how it feels for you. And you want to trust that, you want to feel validated how you feel about aliens. But how I feel about aliens, I like to think them of the highest light. They hold very high consciousness of understanding about the universe and, you know, the human on earth. And yes, there has been histories about experimentation and all that kind of stuff, but the aliens I believe and I feel to connect, they're high beings of light, and they're here to support us, they're here to help us, they're here to assist us, and they're here, you know, only when you ask for their assistance. So yeah, this is how I see it, but I would love to hear how you see it, if you can write it in the comments. Thank you for asking the question, thank you for interacting. Okay, so I will be on YouTube and I invite you to have a look at some other videos. I'm just going to have a break from the morning meditation, but I will be on YouTube. And you know what? I look forward to being able to see the sunrise, because all these 7 days it has been amazing sunrises, and then it rains right after. And because I was doing the video, I was not able to kind of like really see it. So I'm looking forward to seeing a sunrise, especially at this period in England, which is spring, and oh, it's just beautiful. So thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for being here. And yeah, we are love and light, and just remember that.